When she had first brought her vehicle into the shop, she filled out a work order. And on the work order, it said oil and antifreeze, a slow pickup, check engine light was on, and the fuel gauge wasn't working, and smell of gas.
So the next morning I go to turn the car on and it would not turn over. After trying it for like 10 minutes, I finally called the shop. He agreed to send someone to pick the car up. He said he knew they have a tow truck that works with them. He'll send them over. So he towed the car over, and literally probably about 2 hours later, I get a call from someone else at that point and says, oh, the car just turned over for me. I was able to get the car running. And I was like, well, what's the issue? He's like, I don't know. It could have been spark plugs. It could have been something, but the car is running. Come pick up your car. I get a ride over there. I pick up my car, bring it home, and park it. That was a Sunday. Monday, I drove it to work and drove it back. I went to go to a gas station, turned the car off to get the gas. When I went to turn it back on, it wouldn't start. I then contacted my insurance and got a tow truck with my insurance to bring it back to the shop. And it was there for maybe about a day or so before they finally called me back and explained to me that it was something about an O2 sensor. Ultimately, I decided I didn't want them to do the work any longer.
The next day, we got it towed to the shop. I looked at the car was flooding, meaning too much fuel was getting into the engine.
When he said that it was flooded with fuel, he could have checked the fuel pump health at that moment and let her know there's an issue with the fuel pump. So this is a part of the diagnostics to be able to check these things. Obviously, it was not checked properly or professionally the way it should be, or would not have been a second time to check it to tell that the fuel pump is going bad. So within the diagnostic report, that should have been stated that we checked the fuel pump, we checked for spark, and also we check for engine compression. These are the three major things you check for: fuel, spark, and engine compression. He mentioned spark plug. He said there was a misfire. A misfire can occur through spark plugs, or ignition coils, which you say you change. Also, engine compression could cause it as well too if there's a weak compression in the engine. Now, what he did not went further and look into, because he stopped at the cause and changed those, is the fuel, to make sure that either the fuel pump is overexerting the amount of fuel, which causes it to burn out, or underexerting, meaning it's weak, it's not providing the right amount of fuel pressure, so that way the car could be able to get the right fuel to run properly. If the proper diagnostic was done, then he would be able to see that things ahead of time versus have to get it a second time to let her know. So I could understand the frustration where she's going through, because she may believe that it should have been done right the first time. She could have made a proper determination, being informed properly on a route to go. So this case really is from a diagnostic standpoint of view, not a point of view of a part failing. Because if the diagnostic was done properly with the mechanics who are certified and doing their job right, then that would have been caught the first time, not the second time where she's disgruntled now and do not want to go back there. So this case truly falls and stems off proper diagnostic, not the wear and tear of a part.
So on your counterclaim 0 and on her claim against you, because there's zero evidence that you burned her fuel pump, and that's what she would have to prove to get you to pay for a new fuel pump, my verdict is for the defendant.
So diagnostic procedures is what got her in the jam. So that's where her strength should have been at. That's where she should have been pushing at, stating that she trusts in this company and a fast diagnostic and giving her the proper information so she can make proper decision. She has been failed in that.